This past week I received this envelope from Munich, Germany, and when I opened it up, I said, oh my word, it has this beautiful, absolutely gorgeous grill badge that a viewer sent as a token of appreciation for the videos I've done on YouTube. This just blew me away. So I got to thinking, you know, what car am I going to put this very special grill badge on? Today I rolled out three of them, three possibilities. And, you know, I'm looking over there at my 220 SE Ponton, and I'm thinking, well, that one already has two grill badges. And of course I've got my 560 SEC and the Beast and Casper and some of these other cars. It kind of narrowed down to these three. You know, I'm looking at Happier here, which of course is one of my favorites. But you know, the grill badge just doesn't look quite right on this car. That's just, you know, my personal opinion. But I finally decided this morning I'm going to put it on this W108. And let me explain why. You have to read the letter, okay? Just bear with me. I'm going to share with you the letter because to me, the letter means a lot more than just this badge here. So he writes this nice long letter, and he gives a little bit of his history, where he works and so on, and then he proceeds to talk about why he sent me the badge. And this is what he wrote. My grandfather owned a 1969 Mercedes W108 from the early 1970s to 1980 and was an enthusiastic Mercedes driver. Okay, now this is a 1968 W108. It's only 1 year different from the car that he used to ride around in with his grandfather. He was the one who supported my natural interest of techniques generally and cars in special. One of the earliest memories is sitting in the back seat of the Mercedes with my grandpa at the wheel, driving a countryside road along cornfields on a warm summer day with the windows open and the sunlight making the wooden trim glow like amber. You've seen some of my videos. I've driven around this area and this sounds so familiar to me. I remember the smooth gliding, the grumbling of the motor, and overall the great pleasure riding in such a car. I also have memories of night drives, sleeping on the back seat, then waking up and watching the lights shine on the instrument panel while my grandpa was driving on the Autobahn at high speed. Such priceless memories of my life. You may guess my grandfather was a very important and special person to me. Even more than my parents, he taught me the importance of honesty, reliability, decency, duty, commitment, and so many more things that were so important for my following life. You surely know it. Grandparents are very, super, absolute important for grandchildren. I understood the importance of work in life and to take responsibility for my doing. Thanks to my grandparents, I was never overwhelmed with it, and they supported me many times. Now here's the reason why he sent the badge. My grandfather is long gone, but not forgotten. I also have a memory of an old ADAC badge on the grille of his Mercedes, which he was very proud of for being a longtime member of the German Automobile Association. And that's what this badge designates. That's the German Automobile Association badge. Back in the days, I spotted many Mercedes with such a badge on the grille, but my grandfather always insisted on having his for the longest time. The one attached in the envelope I sent you is not the original one of the car. It was sadly lost after he was gone, but it is the exact same model. Please take this badge as a small recognition for your important work. The memories your video brought back to me is the most wonderful and valuable gift on my birthday. And he said, thank you so much, Ralph. So this morning I was thinking about, okay, which car? And as I thought about the letter and how he talked about the importance of grandparents and making those lasting, valuable memories for the generations that follow, I decided, okay, I'm gonna put the badge on this car because this is my daughter's car. This car, Kaya and I rebuilt together almost 17 years ago, and I have fond memories of us hauling this out of an old barn. It had a bad engine in it. we had to go out and get another engine, and together we changed the engine and then went about repainting the car. So every summer she pulls this out and drives it throughout the summer. It's just a great running W108, but I just love the W108. I mean, this was one of the first Mercedes that I saw that really got me interested in Mercedes back in the late 70s. You know, I thought, man, that's a handsome car. And I still think the W108 and the W109 are one of the most handsome cars that Mercedes ever designed. Now just look how nice it's going to look with the grill badge in my daughter's car, and imagine how surprised she's going to be that I have given it to her. And Rolf, if you're watching this video, I have to send you a very special thank you for this badge, but even more important, a super special thanks for your sharing those stories about your amazing grandfather. You know, I also believe that grandparents are extremely important. And you've seen some of my other videos out here playing with my grandchildren. And I hope someday my grandson will look at this badge. He'll probably own this badge years into the future, and he'll think back about the time he was out in those old cars with Grandpa, you know, those ones in the field of dreams. And he'll remember riding around the farm in Happier. And I hope those memories will be as important to him as your memories of your grandfather were to you, because we all need to realize that grandparents, parents are so important for the development of our children and for the generations to come.